Hi, this is Dorothy Smith, and I am doing another edition of Jim's Plane. Here, this is a Vans RV plane that he is building. It's a kit, but it's still, some serious amount of work. And he's got his good friend Dick that is helping him, and Dick is a very experienced pilot and has built a couple of planes himself. So this is Jim's actually second RV that he's built. He built a 9A. And so now he's doing a 12, and it's a little bit simpler build than the 9A was. And so I'm using my urban paper. It was coming to the end of it. Oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm going to do because it's so perfect for these plain pictures. So really wish I had bought more of it. So anyway, I'm just cutting. What I did was the blueprint paper is 4 by 12, and so I'm just cutting 4 inches off the splatter paper so it can butt up against it instead of running across it. I just like the way that looks better. And I'm not even going to put mats on the pictures. I'm just going to put them straight onto the layouts. So I kind of eyeball this one, and then unfortunately I just didn't butt this second one up next to it and let it be that. I decided, oh my gosh, I've got to measure and make sure. Oh, for goodness sakes, what is the matter with me? Anyway, watch me in this painful move of trying to get it just so. So, apologize. Duh. See, I could have just butted it up, and that would have been just completely fine. But no, we've got to get a ruler, and we've got to get it centered, and then we've got to, oh my gosh. Anyway, that's crazy. So this piece in my hand is 6 inches. It was cut 6 inches wide, so I just took a 12 by 12 and cut it in half. And then each side had the additional 4 inches taken off of it. So gosh, I really love these papers. And of course, I can't see the numbers against the dark background, so that's why I keep on lifting it up and putting it in front of the lighter background. So I'm just kind of centering it. Now this is a very symmetrical layout, which is not my thing, but Jim is very symmetrical. I think a lot of men are very symmetrical in their comfort zone. But I just went ahead and did it because I had 3 pictures for one side and 3 pictures for the other. And when I got these pictures printed, he just picked out a bunch from I don't know whether it's from the video, from the GoPro, or whether I came out and shot these pictures. But anyway, it's all I could think of was helping hands because it's all about the hands. And so I'm just taking, I don't know why there's a light edge on all of the prints. So I'm taking that off. I'm just cutting 1/4 of an inch off on that end. And, then I start looking at okay, so how much overlap are we going to have? And a little bit if you move it away from the edge. But I go ahead and take off another 1/2 an inch from whatever side has the least amount of information. So, when you start cutting out, and I've said this before, when you start cutting out extraneous information off of your prints that really don't add to the story, you start realizing how much really unnecessary space is on those pictures. So, I didn't lose anything at all by cutting off a total of 3/4 of an inch, which is not a lot. So that's part of the zip strip there. And I think what I'm going to do, everything else is pretty much similar. So I'm gonna play some music for you, and you can see what I'm doing because you know all the measurements now, and even of all the prints, it's exactly the same on both sides. So I will catch you on the other side when I start playing around with the titles and subtitles. back. I made a title for the pages, and I was talking to Jim this morning about, do these things have phases to them? So, like, I was thinking maybe I should be putting some titles, some different kind of titles on these pages, so you kind of know what part of the plane we're talking about. And so he gave me the list of the phases of this plane build that he and Dick are working on. And, so I made this title. Of course, then I forgot that those foam letters don't dry very quickly at all, if at all, and I'm going to have to figure out something to do about that. And I smushed, I got a letter, I got an S on my tail kit. So I'm trying to correct it because I really kind of like the way the title looks using the negative space. I didn't like the way the letters looked on there, and then I put the negative space over it, and it's like, okay, that's really kind of cool, actually, because a lot of people are using negative space. So, see, in the letters, the ink is coming off from, I really need to figure something out to keep the, because I like the ink on the Helping Hands subtitle. So this isn't working out as nice as I had hoped, but I continue on hoping that it's going to get better, and it doesn't. And what I end up doing is using the holographic paper. I hadn't used the holographic paper yet, and I thought, well, it kind of has that metal look to it, and the blue metal look like the part of the tail kit looks. I mean, it's got the metal and the blue plastic covering it, and so I decided that this might be a really good time to use the holographic paper, because this is just not, it's not covering up my boo-boo. It would have been an okay idea if that boo-boo wasn't just so darn blatant. So anyway, you can see how the ink came off of some of my foam letters. I wish those dried. Why don't they dry? Anyway, I made a little journaling down there, and so this is, I went back, I was thinking, well, I'm just going to go with that, and then it's like, nope, let's just go. And I took some of that same kind of graph paper and put it behind the blue holographic paper to make the letters stand out more on the negative space. Excuse me. And I liked the way that looked. And so, I should have gone with my original plan, which was to use the holographic paper for the main titling. So there you go. That's what happens when you have an idea and you should have gone with it to begin with. So I did the title just exactly like I did the original one, where I put the, cut it in half and, in the same place even. So there we go. We've got Vans RV12 tail kit. And I'll be putting that title on the other pages so that you know that this is a continuation of the tail kit. But please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And thanks for watching. I appreciate any time you give me. Thank you. Bye now.